So let's talk about RdSAP 10.
So there is a new methodology coming out for EPCs for the reduced. Oh, I'm going to get too technical already, but for the RDSAP 10, it is called. So yes, changing the way mainly the assessors will collect information, and it's going to really help improve the accuracy of EPCs. So it is a really major development. Like I said, we've been talking about this for quite a while now, but it is really completely changing the methodology of what data itself is required and how you input that into the system. Well, very generic, but the system to generate the EPC. So it's going to increase a lot of the time for the assessors. It is a bit of a, in a way, a negative because it will likely resolve in increased costs
Mm,
because again, the assessors now are going to be spending a lot more time at your property, gathering a lot more information about windows, about different potentially conversions. Those are going to be a lot more difficult to now
mhm.
input. There's lots of different other things, so lighting elements, rather than just counting fixtures and fittings, it's actually completely counting the bulb and what bulb it is. So it was really in depth now to really increase the accuracy again of the EPC. So it's also probably worth holding out. If you're potentially looking at get one at the
Yeah,
moment, wait until this comes out. You may pay a little bit more, but doing
yeah.
nothing, you might even get a better result.
And going back to what's changing, I mean, just looking at some of the things
Mhm.
now, you've got light bulbs. So every single light bulb will now be recorded, right?
Yep, and counted for.
And counted for.
Rather before it was kind of zonal and like I say, just the
Mm,
fixture is recorded itself. No, it's recording the number of bulbs. So yeah, we're in kitchens and larger areas. We'll have multiple. That wasn't really recorded before. And again, it's just a limitation of the system. So that's why it needs to be changed to be more accurate.
yeah, because I think it was purely if you have LED or not.
Yeah, the type of bulb now
Yeah.
pays a bit more into that rating.
So if you
So
have incandescents, that will be counted for.
indeed, and the
Yeah.
compact fluorescent lighting as well. So, but obviously LEDs are the most important. So,
Yes.
really try and improve that, and that will help you out a little bit more.
And another thing was the windows.
The heat loss is quite large for your windows, so it is important to be really accurate for yeah, counting the amount of windows. Not only that, measuring the size of it and the glazing type, the glazing condition. Because again, there's a bit of a limitation where you couldn't really record if it was blown, if it was.
Mhm.
So yeah, the system now is much more developed to allow assessors to input more information. This is the thing: the assessors want to collect that information, they just couldn't possibly get that through the system
Yeah.
before.
So you actually know whether to replace them or not.
Yeah, and not only that, before you might have been told it's fine when you knew it wasn't. And like I said, the assessor struggle to be able to portray that through the system itself for the EPC. So now that'll come into account and give you a more accurate representation of your energy rating. Because again, it can also impact a lot of people, especially like cold winter payments, things like that. That was actually
Mhm.
changed and based on the EPC rating of buildings, not just whether you needed it financially or not. So that was a big shock to a lot of, especially pensioners out there. They were really struggling without that, just because on a bit of paper, an EPC said it was a property rating C, when actually
Yeah.
a lot of things in that weren't quite accurate because of system limitations. So
And another thing, of course, that I think a lot of people are going to be very happy about is the insulation. So now you
yes.
can record the exact size.
Absolutely, yeah. So especially in lofts, it can be quite tricky to obviously get the exact measurements. Previously, it was really limited to just going up in 50 millimeter increments. So you might have had 340, but actually it couldn't be recorded that it had to be put down to 300. Whereas
Yeah.
now assessors can, yeah, put in exact measurements. Also, if there is very little, that was a big, you got penalised quite a lot because if you had 10, 20, 30 mil, you had to be put down as zero. Whereas now there's a minimum of, I believe, 10 mil and 12 mil. So you can go as low down to that. And then the increments now go up in 25 mil instead of that 50. So much easier for the assessors now to get that right for you.
And it's a huge, huge benefit for housing associations as well
Yes,
and
indeed. Who we work
landlords.
with a lot.
We do. So we actually work with over 100 housing associations across the whole of the UK,
Ranging in
from,
all different
yeah,
sizes,
up
yeah,
to
so
Scotland, down to Cornwall, even further. So,
yeah,
yeah,
Wales as well, we love the Welsh people,
Wales,
so
yeah. We, yeah, want to talk about basically what that will mean for them in terms of their stock. So if they want to do any stock condition reports,
mhm,
if they have any long-term tenants, they can actually just get all that data now, and that will really help the sustainability side, won't it?
Yes, I mean, we can touch into more our dedicated EPC service later,
Yes.
but like I say, we're certainly able to help them, and like I say, for those tenants, they really deserve to have a report because if they are feeling like their bills are going up, I mean, we all feel that as well,
Mhm.
but disproportionately because their energy is lower, they deserve to be able to have an energy rating to go off of, and not only that, it's then there to help landlords to what are the recommended measures. So a lot of people don't know that. So on EPCs, you get the recommended measures through the system itself, based on the assessor's data. So
Mm,
that can help people to what to improve first. It'll provide rough indicative costs of how much it might cost, but it also give you the savings. So you never know.
yeah.
Sometimes you can put in a couple £100 worth of insulation, and that will save you £50 a year and pay itself off in a couple of years.
And let's actually go back to basics because I don't think we've covered it. Let's actually talk about what an EPC is
Mhm.
and why, if you're a homeowner or if you are a housing association or landlord, you should be considering getting one, especially if it's already expired.
Yes. So, I mean, legally, you only need one if you are selling or renting your property. So that is there to know. So again, we're always there to help people. Not only that, another thing coming into is they're valid for 10 years. You might already have one and don't know it. So we will
Yes.
always help and we'll check the government website for you to recommend if you already have one and really should you get another one or should you just use the one you've already got. So it produces an energy performance certificate. Is the main thing it does, but yeah, it takes into account, like I say, all different aspects of the building's energy efficiency. So it's not about how you live. A lot of people think, oh no, I've got a prepayment meter or I'm a little bit klutzy and things like that. No, it's not to do with that. It's really the core elements of how much energy does it require to heat this home based on
Mm.
the building construction and, like I say, other different types of energy use. But yeah, then it does take into account the use to light and to heat to retain the heat. So yeah,
And just for anyone who really wants really simple terms,
yeah,
it's that little kind of rainbow
yeah, grading,
grading
grading
thing
scale.
that you see on all the buildings.
And
So,
appliances as well, like when
and
you're looking
yes,
at your new
exactly.
washing machine, fridge, freezer, that rating is basically what we're producing for a property.
And actually, interestingly enough, last year, the government changed the requirements around it. So from, I believe it's 2035, you're gonna have to have, is it a D
Think
and
ooh,
or a
yeah, this is the thing. I
C?
think it might even go up to a C. I mean, the trouble is they're
Mm,
constantly changing what
yeah.
where it is and when it is. I believe you're right. It might be a D because currently it is an E.
Yes.
So again, they're the minimum standards really to let a property. So there are exemptions, and again, this is where you come to us. We'll help you out with potentially exemptions if you're exempt to get ratings up. But yeah, you need a minimum E to be able to let the property. Of course, selling is different. You can sell it at any different value, but that's going to impact the property's value. So you
Yeah.
want it to be as high as possible.